official offer to Caitlin?
It was 2 years, $5 million a year. And plus, we were going to do cool stuff with merch. And, I think he was even talk about percentage and team ownership.
Mm.
I feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer.
It makes me smile in return. Like, for me, I'm just myself. That's what I try to be. I try to just be a great role model for them. And I think it speaks to how I was raised as a kid is, I've loved every second of playing sports, but also my parents always preach there's so much more to life.
The offer was real. The money was real. And the timing couldn't have been more critical. Overseas teams don't wait, especially when they're dealing with a player at Caitlin Clark's level. When negotiations reach that final stage, most athletes are already mentally gone, planning the move, preparing for life abroad. Then Iowa entered the picture again, right when everything overseas was lining up.
Money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly not returning.
Caitlin got the opportunity to return home. That single moment changed the entire conversation. Most people expected logic to win. Money first, emotions later. Instead, she chose familiarity, trust, and the place that helped shape her into who she is today. That decision surprised a lot of people. It also reignited a familiar debate. Missed income, lost opportunities, what women athletes should be earning. But Caitlin Clark wasn't interested in arguing numbers. She made it clear this wasn't just a contract decision. It was a values decision. In women's professional basketball, Europe is often seen as the golden path. Bigger salaries, longer seasons, fewer financial limits. When that door opens, the expectation is simple. You take it. Turning it down is viewed as risky, emotional, or even foolish by industry standards. And the appeal goes far beyond the paycheck. European teams offer luxury housing in major cities, private transportation, elite training facilities, and fan bases that treat top players like global icons. For many athletes, it's a complete lifestyle upgrade that changes everything overnight. For most players, saying no would feel impossible. It's financial security, professional respect, and long-term stability all wrapped into one opportunity. Caitlin Clark looked at all of that and still walked away. Not because she didn't understand what she was giving up, but because she knew exactly what she was choosing instead. Staying connected to her roots mattered more than chasing a luxury image. Playing where she felt grounded mattered more than overseas prestige. Financially, the gap wasn't small. Top overseas players routinely earn six-figure salaries, sometimes far more. Meanwhile, WNBA rookies make a fraction of that. Even after winning Rookie of the Year, Caitlin entered the league under the same pay structure. Side by side, the difference is impossible to ignore.
In the past, the only on-record revenue that I could find of the WNBA is $60 million. Now, there has been rumors, there has been reports, there has been many things that say that the WNBA was projected to make $180 to $200 million dollars.
That kind of money would make the decision automatic. It would mean freedom, security, and the chance to maximize earnings while demand is high. Caitlin understood that reality, but she didn't let it dictate her move. That belief became visible when she returned to Iowa for a homecoming celebration at Kinnick Stadium. The moment wasn't staged or designed for headlines. Thousands of fans filled the stands because they felt connected to her journey. Former teammates were there. Coaches who shaped her early years were there. Longtime supporters who followed every step showed up. This wasn't a crowd chasing a celebrity moment. It was a community showing appreciation for someone they watched grow. That kind of connection doesn't come from endorsements or overseas contracts. For Caitlin Clark, the homecoming wasn't about proving critics wrong or answering money debates. It was about returning to the place that built her discipline, confidence, and competitive edge. The people in those stands weren't celebrating stats. They were celebrating trust, loyalty, and shared history. Turning down Europe wasn't symbolic. European basketball offers elite facilities, professional stability, and a level of comfort many athletes never experience. Caitlin didn't ignore those benefits. She weighed them carefully and still chose a different path. Family played a central role in that choice. Home wasn't a brand or a talking point for her. It was the people who supported her long before the spotlight arrived. Coaches like Lisa Blutter, who guided her through defining years, showed pride built on trust, not publicity. Former teammates stood beside her, bonded by years of shared practices, pressure games, and growth. Those relationships mattered more than any overseas offer. Her connection to Iowa didn't disappear when she joined the Indiana Fever. Hawkeye fans stayed with her. They organized watch parties, traveled long distances, and filled arenas in other cities just to support her. That level of loyalty is rare, and Caitlin never treated it lightly. What she built at Iowa reshaped the program. Triple-doubles that stunned the sport. Iconic buzzer beaters. Consecutive Final Four appearances. Iowa basketball went from respected to nationally feared. Games became events. Arenas became fortresses. Her impact stretched beyond the court. Girls' youth basketball participation in Iowa jumped significantly during her time there. Young players saw proof that greatness didn't require leaving home. Europe offered fortune and luxury. Caitlin Clark chose connection, loyalty, and roots. When the noise fades and the lights dim, her story stands on choice. Not hype, not contracts. In a sports world driven by urgency and money, Caitlin slowed everything down and chose meaning. That decision didn't just define her career. It reshaped how people understand success. She proved you don't have to leave home to matter. Sometimes, the boldest move is staying connected to where it all began.